In this restaurant, servers outnumber guests by more than 2 to 1. A control room in the kitchen allows the staff to give perfect service while not disrupting any guests.
Right now, the desire to go and eat at a regular restaurant and not have to worry about just making food ourselves is at an all-time high. Yes, there are restaurants open in the world, but many only do carry-out or limited seating or outside seating. Humanity very much wants to go and just enjoy a meal in a restaurant with no strings attached. And for some, they want to go to a very expensive restaurant to eat, no strings attached. But which ones would they go to? Allow us to show you 10 of the most expensive restaurants in the world today. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10, Sublimotion.
Very low percentage of the kitchens located in such a beautiful location. The magical view of this Vedra behind me around here, it's inspirational, it inspires you.
Located in Ibiza, Spain, Sublimotion is run by Michelin 2-star chef Paco Ranchero. The restaurant was awarded the Best Innovation Food and Beverage in 2014. Focusing on haute cuisine, Sublimotion promises to take you on an experimental trip that you have never experienced before. They feature a tasting menu consisting of 20 food tasting entrees and welcomes 12 unique dinners per Show One unique table. The diners are attended by a team of 25 professionals, and the experience lasts approximately for 3 hours. A diner would have to shell out nearly about $2,000 for dining in Sublimotion. Now, overall, this sounds like much more trouble than it's worth. But for some people, the experience is just as important as the food. You're going to be in a room that is just for your group and is surrounded by walls and lights that make you feel like you're out of this world in certain elements. And sure, 3 hours may seem like a long time to eat, but considering all you're getting for your sit-down, it'll be worth it. Number 9, Isla Undersea Restaurant.
Right now we are here in the most beautiful and the first world undersea restaurant.
For another novel experience that is just as much about the setting as it is about the food, you may wish to dine at Isla Undersea Restaurant. According to Conrad Hotels, this is the first glass undersea restaurant. The impressive views from the restaurant include the coral bed and marine life moving naturally around you. The price of eating here varies, but the lunch menu starts at $120 per person. So if you're aiming to have your whole family here, that can add up. But not unlike Sublimotion, this is just as much about the experience than anything else. People love going to the aquariums that have tubes that allow you to see the aquatic life from all sides. And it's hard to argue that it's a beautiful thing, no doubt. Though if we're honest, we doubt they serve sushi there for obvious reasons. Number 8, Savoy De Paris.
Welcome, my name is Guy Savoy, I am chef in Paris, near Place de l'Étoile, and my restaurant is called Guy Savoy.
Why not combine a visit to the City of Love with a trip to Guy Savoy? Showcasing the best of French haute cuisine, the award-winning chef has 2 flagship restaurants, one in Monnaie de Paris and the other one in Las Vegas, as well as 3 other locations in Paris. A 13-course set meal, excluding drinks, will cost €478 per head. To fire up the appetite, example dishes include iced poached oysters, caviar with smoked sabayon, marmite of braised duck foie gras, and fondant carrot with carrot scales. Okay, this one is very much about the food, and it's very fair to say that people go to Paris for the food as much as anything else. Some even save up money so they can go to places like Guy Savoy de Paris because there are few things better than knowing your food is being made or guided by a renowned chef. The best part? If you want, you can do the whole 13-course meal by yourself. Number 7, Restaurant de l'Hôtel de Ville.
3 kilos une asperge. Et 3 morilles. Et ça marche 2 couverts 2 fois le grand menu.
Ah, Switzerland, a place of great beauty and a lot of great food. And not just chocolate and cheese, as this luxury restaurant will show you. Restaurant de l'Hôtel de Ville in Crézier serves some of Switzerland's finest cuisine. A la carte dishes range from 60 Swiss francs for vichyssoise to 220 for breasted chicken for two, and the multi-course menu costs 390. The Swiss franc to dollar exchange rate is about 1 to 1, just so you know. There's also the restaurant's 40-page wine list to ensure you get the best drink to go along with your food. There's a lot to enjoy here, not the least of which is the architecture of the building you'll be eating in. It's very much an old-school style building, and that in and of itself is part of the appeal. Number 6. Per se.
Per se is Thomas Keller's acclaimed New York interpretation of the French Laundry, and his second 3-star Michelin restaurant.
This isn't an expensive restaurant, per se. Sorry, we couldn't resist. Thomas Keller's restaurant, per se, nods subtly to the French Laundry. The decorative blue door and the main entrance is styled after the one at the French Laundry. The restaurant is hushed and intimate, and all of the 19 tables enjoy a view of Columbus Circle and Central Park. 2 tasting menus are offered daily, a 9-course chef's tasting menu, as well as a 9-course vegetable tasting menu. There's no discrimination though, both menus cost $325. It's a special restaurant, no doubt about that. And with the variety that is offered, you're sure to find something that you like. Number 5. Masa.
Hey guys, I'm about to go eat sushi from Chef Masa Takayama. Most people know him, he's like Madonna of the sushi world, Masa.
The Japanese and sushi restaurant of Masa is situated in Manhattan in New York City. Founded by Chef Masa Takayama in 2004, this restaurant offers you with a dining experience that would cost you $595. This doesn't include beverages and taxes. The experience lasts for an approximate of 2 hours. Reservations are accepted 3 weeks prior to dining, and the menu that the guests are offered with are prepared by Chef Masa himself. So thus the quality is assured, which many of you will appreciate, no doubt. The food makes great use of seasonal ingredients. Truffles and Kobe beef feature on this menu. Most of the fish that are offered are flown in all the way from Japan. Masa is one of the 2 sushi restaurants in North America that features a sushi bar made of a solid piece of Hinoka wood from Japan, costing $260,000. It is sanded daily to a soft, porous state that is visually and sensually satisfying to the guests upon entering. The service rendered by the professionals at Masa reflect the Japanese custom as the guests are offered with exceptional hospitality, which is an integral part of the restaurant's dining experience. Can you see why it's so expensive now? It's not just a food place, it's a truly welcoming and enjoyment-based food experience. Number 4. Mooga Reets.
We're getting close to the end of our 25 courses, and they're prepping meals for the remaining courses. There's about 25 courses in total at Mooga Ritz for dinner, and it's incredible.
The head chef at Mooga Ritz is Chef Andoni Louis Aduriz. This chef aims to push the boundaries of the gastronomic world by creating dishes that tantalize the senses in unexpected ways. For the cost of $250 per person, excluding drinks, diners can enjoy a 20-course tasting menu. Some examples of dishes include scarlet shrimp with sweet corn, a sip of flowers and warm water, aged mole leaves with bone marrow, and lettuce heart with chorizo. In 2018, this restaurant was ranked the 9th best restaurant in the world. Think about that for a second. When you're the top 10 in anything, you know you're doing something right. And with the amount of food you can try out and enjoy, yeah, this is clearly a very special restaurant that's worth the price. Number 3. Kicho Arashiyama.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Even the menu is so unique.
What lies within this tea ceremony house is a modernized take on traditional flavors. Kicho Arashiyama only serves kaiseki cuisine, a Japanese style of dining involving a sequence of courses influenced by seasonal foods from the land and the sea. Ranging between $380 and $570, this family-run establishment has since evolved to a 3 Michelin star restaurant with 4 other establishments under their belt. This, in many ways, is an inspirational story because this isn't a restaurant that features an all-star chef that everyone knows because of TV and other venues. Rather, this was a family that just wanted to show off their home country's style of food, and the rest speaks for itself. Number 2, Maizon Peak.
Bonjour,
Bonjour,
vous allez bien?
très bien.
Tout se passe bien pour le moment?
Tout se passe bien. On finit de faire les berlingots et puis ça s'active un peu dans tous les...
Vous êtes dans les temps pour ce soir?
Oui, oui.
Situated in Drôme, France, Maizon Peak is a legendary French restaurant run by chef Annie-Sophie Peak. One of the few female chefs in the world to run a Michelin 3-star restaurant, which no doubt will entice many of you to go to her restaurant to support her. You won't regret it if you do so. The 9-course menu that the restaurant offers features dishes including Mediterranean roget in a saffron broth, deer marinated in sake lis squab, candied turnips, Bannon goat cheese berlingots, and chocolate desserts that will simply melt in your mouth. The menu would cost you around $445. Number 1, Ultraviolet.
Today we're going to take a look at the best restaurant in Shanghai. It's called Ultraviolet, it has no address, 1 table, and it costs $900.
Ultraviolet is one of the most elite and expensive restaurants in the world. There was only 1 table in the restaurant that seats 10 people. For the price of between $500 and $900 per person, the diners can sit down to a tasting menu of between 10 and 20 courses. Each course highlights different ingredients that are presented in innovative ways. Dining in this restaurant is a theatrical experience that engages all the senses. Not only do diners enjoy the flavors and aromas of the food, but they are also stimulated by the audio and visual effect going on around them while they eat. This restaurant has 3 Michelin stars, and it's not hard to see how they earned that. So, what do you think? What do you think of these expensive restaurants of the world today that have really expensive food, drinks, and so on? Would you ever want to try one of these restaurants? Do you think that the food they give is worth the price of admission? Or do you think this is another case of spending money just because you have it? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.